Hey, my beautiful Sagittarius gang, what's happening, what's crackalacking, and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy here for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your August 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your own personal situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below, and you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, Sagittarius, hopefully you guys are feeling good and are feeling lovely, and let's go ahead and get it cracking and see what's going on for August 2020. Messages for Sagittarius here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout August 2020. What messages do we got coming through for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout August 2020. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Sagittarius here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout August 2020. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get ourselves one last shuffle and see what messages we got coming through. Hopefully we got ourselves some fantastic stuff. Let's take a look and see what we got going on. Sagittarius, the overall energy for you guys here is going to be the 10 of Swords. So you can be connecting possibly here with a air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Something here is ending. It definitely seems to me that it is something painful, but of course, in every ending we have, there is a rebirth. I do feel like there is growth that has come from this ending, because taking a look at the 10 of Swords here, not only are you having the swords, of course, that are kind of going into this person, but you also have here these flowers, these roses, okay? So it's very symbolic in the sense that there is something that is new, that's growing. There's some sort of rebirth, some sort of regrowth. I do feel like a painful situation has occurred, but of course, with every painful ending comes a brand new, beautiful beginning. So I really like to see that here. Some of you guys may have recently bought a plant, okay, or started a garden or something like that. You might be one of the Sagittariuses that have like 1,000 succulents in your apartment or your house or something like that. That's kind of the energy I was picking up on. Maybe you just got a new plant, if you consider your plant your babies, okay? Something like that. Taking a look at your current energy, you got here the 8 of Wands. The person you're dealing with here is the Page of Wands, and the outcome that's present to you is the King of Pentacles. Yeah. So you really had to show your aggression in this situation, and not aggression in the sense of you being like, you know, crazy, aggressive, mean, yada, yada, no. But you had to show your assertiveness, I guess is the better word to use. Taking a look at who you're dealing with, they're the Page of Wands, okay? Every time I see a Page of Wands, it always reminds me of a person who's just looking to be here for a good time and not a long time, okay? That's the energy I get when I look at the Page of Wands. It's a person who wants to come around, have a little bit of fun, not be too serious, not add any commitment to the connection. They want to be there for a good time, not a long time, and then they want to go. And I think that ultimately you are in a position where it was like, I can't keep allowing myself to be serious with individuals who are not serious. So I feel like there is a change and transformation that's coming your way. You're kind of recognizing right now that if you want to date somebody, cool, you'll date them. But you're only going to match a person's energy. You're done going above and beyond for other individuals. So if you're going to have fun with the person, if you're going to be here for a good time and not a long time, if that person brings you that energy, you're going to give them that energy right back. I just think you're in a position right now where it's like, how can I settle down and be serious with individuals if they're not even bringing that energy towards me? You know, as for the outcome that's present, King of Pentacles, you're in a place right now, Sagittarius, where you're looking at things from a very level-headed point of view, but you're also very grounded within yourself. I definitely feel like right now you're recognizing where your priorities lie throughout August 2020, and where your priorities lie is that you are your number one priority and everything else is under that, okay? So you're recognizing that you are above the priority list here and that everybody else is not going to go above you. You're really putting yourself in number one, and if that's what you got to do, that's absolutely what you got to do. So I really do feel like you had a painful ending with somebody who you really did a lot for, but unfortunately they were not serious enough for you. So now when it comes towards love, romance, and dating, I really feel like you're recognizing I got to be my number one priority. I'm not putting somebody else in front of me for a very long time. Okay, let's take a look, man, and get on into this reading real quick. Let's get some clarity on the Page of Wands. What is the Page of Wands showing up for in regards to who Sagittarius is dealing with? Let's take a look. Okay, we got here the Strength card, and we also had a flipper. We have here the Four of Wands. Yeah, whoever you were dealing with, it's really interesting to me because it definitely feels like they were very much so withholding. They were consistently pushing back, trying to form a relationship with you, or at least some sort of form of commitment. So whoever you were connecting with was not offering commitment. They were not offering a solidified relationship. They were the type of person that's like, oh, well, you know, there's no label on this. There's no label on this connection. You know, me and you are just you and I, right? You know, that's kind of the vibe that was coming through with this person. They were always dancing around the word commitment. Even saying that word kind of made them scared. So you were connecting with a person who seems very fearful of it. On top of it too, they were just always holding back. And I think that you were getting to a point where it was like, well, if there's no evolution or if there's going to be no growth in this connection that we're in, what the hell is the point of staying in it, right? Especially since it seems to me like you were the one that was taking it serious. Now, clarifying the Eight of Wands, what did Sagittarius here communicate to their person that they were dealing with? Okay, we have here the Eight of Cups and we have here the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you were communicating that, like, you need to get what it is you want. You know, your priorities are straight right now. Remember, the King of Pentacles is all about a person who has their priorities straight. So you communicated to this person, Sag, it's like, it's over. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups, I'm walking away. Ace of Wands, I'm prioritizing myself and getting what I want, let alone getting what I deserve. Because you're done being fed breadcrumbs. You're done being fed, individuals just giving you this half-ass kind of energy. And you're done, giving people the benefit of the doubt, hoping that in the end they'll give you what it is you actually desire. All right? You only want people that are going to be direct with you on what it is they will give you, what it is they will offer you, and what it is you two can combine and collaborate with. So, for example, if you are looking for a commitment, Sagittarius, you will not settle down with a person or romantically invest in said person unless you know that they're looking for the same thing as well. Because I think you're tired of dealing with individuals who maybe are like, oh yeah, let's just take it slow and see where we'll go. Maybe we'll get committed, and then you never get out of like the, let's have fun zone. Okay? You never get out of that zone. It never grows, it never expands. So, with that all being said, you walked away from somebody. It was painful. You were interested in them. They weren't choosing to grow with you. And I think that right now, you are just making yourself your number one priority, and that's the best thing you can do for yourself, okay? So what I'm going to do here, Sag, is I'm going to go over the person you're dealing with. I'll take a look at how they feel towards you and what's going on with them throughout August 2020. Then I'll take a look at how you feel towards them, what's going on with you throughout August 2020. We'll see where energies align, and then we'll see the outcome, okay? Now, in regards to who Sag is dealing with, how does the person that Sagittarius is dealing with feel towards Sag, and what is going on with this individual throughout August 2020. How does the person that Sagittarius is dealing with feel towards Sag, and what is going on with this person throughout August 2020? First card out, actually, first two cards out, is the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Interesting. So, for some of you Sagittarians, I feel like this person withdrew this information from you. They haven't told you. This person here, Nine of Wands, Six of Cups, there's something about your past that made this person scared or held back from you. You may have a past, Sagittarius, where a lot has happened, okay? Some of you guys could have gone through some really intense things along the lines of depression or along the lines of anything else. You could have had very intense past partnerships, past relationships. But there's something specifically about your past that drew this person away from wanting to have a commitment with you, and they've never told you about it. That actually may come to fruition here, because the Moon card will always reveal a secret at some given point, okay? So you actually may come to revelations on why this person never progressed forward with you. It might have something to do about your past, just letting you know. That could be a random message, or that can be a message for all of you guys who are watching. Now, moving forward, the Moon card here to the Temperance card. I do feel to me that the person you were connecting with did genuinely have romantic feelings for you. I still feel that even throughout August, they have romantic feelings for you, but there's a reason why they're holding back. And I think that one of those main reasons was because of something about your past. It feels to me that your person wasn't looking at who you are in the now, they were looking at who you were before. So you are connecting with someone here who is a little bit judgmental. They're not seeing what you transformed into. They're not seeing you. They're seeing things you've done, or things you've grown out of, or whatever. Because this is like, for example, you had a heart-to-heart conversation with this person. You opened up, because the thing about Sagittarians is, like, Sagittariuses are very open about who they are. You're very open book, go with the flow kind of person. You're usually never ashamed to talk about your past, especially if negative things have happened. And this person here, you may have opened up to them, and something about your past may have made them feel not so great, or may have made them feel scared or some shit like that. And that is one of the reasons why I feel like they were always holding back. It has something to do with your past. Okay? We got here, though, the Lovers and the World card. Taking a look at your person, though, ultimately they felt like they would find love in another person. Because there's something about your past that made this person not want to step forward. I need to investigate. What's going on here? Why is this person judging Sagittarius on their past? Like, what was it about Sagittarius's past that was holding them back? Okay, Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. It could be your track record, Sag. Maybe you have a track record of dating certain types of people. You may have dated people who maybe weren't so good for you, or maybe it was an individual that you were dating in the past that this person possibly knew. It feels to me that it has a lot to do with your track record, though, you know? Who you were talking to, who you were communicating with, who you were invested in might be a reason why this person was holding back. Because I see here that they did have romantic feelings, even though they never chose to admit it. One of the reasons they never stepped forward was because of your track record, because of your past. That's why they didn't want to move forward with you. Because they weren't seeing who you are in the moment. They weren't seeing who you are now. They were judging you based on your past. And ultimately, they came to the conclusion that they'll find love somewhere else. Okay? Moving forward on what's going on with them throughout August, we got here the Three of Wands, the Empress, and then we have here the Queen of Cups. So moving throughout August here, Three of Wands to the Empress card, they're looking for their divine feminine. They're looking for somebody to be able to match their energy as well. I am seeing that the person you're connecting with is looking for growth with someone, but why couldn't they have growth with you? So this is where things get interesting, Saggy, because your person ideally wanted what you wanted. You wanted to be romantically invested in them. You wanted to have a relationship, a possible commitment with them, and then they never gave it a chance with you. But now, as they are no longer a part of your life, what they're looking for is someone to be romantically invested in and grow together with, i.e., they're looking to, find a relationship and fall in love with someone with that Queen of Cups. So they held themselves back from falling in love with you, even though they definitely could have, all because of what has gone on with you in your past. Really weird reading. I wish I had more information. I wish I knew more about whatever happened here in the past. But your person here was judgmental about it. And that's what threw them off from proceeding and moving forward with you. So throughout August, they're like, I'm just looking for the right person to be in a relationship with. And they don't feel like it's you. Everything else about who you are now is great, but they're not accepting who you are now. They're accepting who you were in the past. That's who they're looking at you as. And here's the thing, though, Sagittarius. The worst thing a person could do is judge you based on your past. That's the worst thing a person could do. Instead of judging you based on who you are now, judging you on your past is something that is so terrible to do to people. And that's not a person you want to connect with. Because if you're connecting with somebody who's not actually seeing the real you in the real moment, or if they're not seeing the real you in the present moment right now, then you're connecting with an individual who is always going to live in the past. And that's not something that's worth dealing with, because you're never going to evolve, you're never going to grow, you're never going to move forward. Okay? Anyways, man, let's take a look at your energy here and see what we got going on. All right, how does Sagittarius feel towards the person they're dealing with, and what is going on with Sagittarius throughout August 2020? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout August 2020. We got here the Three of Swords. You're hurt over this situation. You are hurt over this situation. Okay? We also have here the Six of Pentacles, and then we also have here the Two of Swords. So it definitely was a stab in the back when this individual ended up walking away from you, when the connection the two of you had ended. Because it seems to me like the person you were connecting with would always dance around the theme of commitment, and they would always dance around the feelings they've had for you. And granted, the person you're dealing with did have feelings for you, Sagittarius. It feels to me like they were leading you on in a way that made you feel like they were leading you on, but at the same time, it made you confused on if they were being genuine with you or not. It feels to me like the way your person came off was like you were constantly in limbo. You didn't know if you guys were going to get in a relationship, and you didn't know if this was going to go nowhere. You were always kind of kept on the edge with this person. So I do feel like that was a way that they were leading you on, and I think it fucking broke your heart because you tried keeping your hopes up that you and this person could be together and grow. But ultimately, they weren't on the same page as you, and you had to make that clear-cut decision moving forward to just kind of lay back, trust the universe, and recognize, this person is not the person who's meant for me. So you are going to come to the revelation here, Sagittarius, that the individual you're connecting with is not the person for you. And of course they're not. They're not seeing you. They're seeing past you, okay? They're seeing who you used to be. They're not seeing who you've become now. And that's not fair. Not at all. Moving forward, we have here the Judgment card, we have here the King of Wands, and then we also have here the King of Cups. So, from what I'm seeing, Sagittarius, you had a lot of hope and faith that this connection would grow. You had a lot of hope and faith that this person would take a chance on you and that things would evolve and that you would fall in love with this person. But either way, when you recognize that that didn't happen, I think you're realizing, well, you know what? I gave a lot of myself to the person I'm dealing with. I gave a lot of my heart to this individual, and I think it's time for me to take a step back from giving everybody my wealth. And keep in mind, your wealth doesn't just resonate to your finances. You can be very wealthy in giving out love. You can be very rich in giving love, being very rich in giving happiness and positivity. And I think that you've been giving out, your goodies. You know what I'm saying? You've been giving out the wealth to whoever this person is and so many other people. And I think you're recognizing, dude, it's time for me to reclaim my wealth. It's time for me to reclaim my richness and happiness, my richness in positivity, my richness in love. It's time for me to resupply that for myself. So that's why I said in the beginning of the reading, King of Pentacles, you're making sure you're your own number one priority throughout August 2020, because you're recognizing, like, if everybody can be so judgmental on who I was, I really need to tap on into who I am right now, and I really need to be in a position where I'm taking care of myself and making sure that my needs are being suited. Because ultimately, Sag, how could you debate with a person on how to grow and move forward if they're not choosing to grow and move forward because they're choosing to be held back because there's something about your past that they don't like? That's on them, not on you. That's on this person and not on you. So ultimately, whatever it is that has held this person back seems more like a cop-out to me than a genuine reason to not move forward with you or grow and evolve with you. It feels to me that they recognized that they were leading you on, and in order to find a way out of this connection, they needed to use a cop-out. And whether or not they admitted that to you, it feels like a cop-out to me. Because they felt like, oh, well, maybe I can find someone else, someone better. They weren't here to appreciate all of you. They just felt like maybe there was something else out there that was better. And this whole reading is so confusing. It really is. Because they had romantic feelings for you. But I guess they weren't enough for them to sustain interest or just to keep on chasing you or to try to grow or to give a chance. Because they did have romantic interest in you. But they feel like there's something better out there. And you know what it feels like to me, Sag? It feels like to me the person you're dealing with is always looking for more. It's not about being content. They're not content or grateful for what it is they have. It seems to me like the person you're connecting with is always searching for something more, something bigger, something better. And when you don't appreciate what you have in life, one of these days you will grieve what you have lost. So I feel like your person here one of these days is going to end up getting a harsh lesson from the universe about how they need to be appreciative of what it is and whom it is they have in their life, because they will grieve when it is lost. I just keep feeling like they're always searching for better and better and better. And it feels to me like they've done that in a lot of relationships. They've connected with a lot of people, great people, including yourself, and then they get bored because they think that there's something even better out there. And then they keep on searching and searching and searching, and they're not finding contentment and peace within a person. And mostly the reason why that is because who you're connecting with hasn't found peace within themselves. They never feel like they're enough for themselves. Therefore, their relationship life is never going to be enough for them. And that is on them. And that is something that is a projection that is manifested into the connection the two of you have shared. The person you're dealing with is always looking for something better in other people because they're trying to look for something better within themselves. That's why they are never satisfied. That's why no one is ever enough for them. But Sagittarius, you were enough for them. They just weren't enough for themselves. And guess what? You deserve better from this kind of connection. The person you're dealing with, they don't need to grow with another person. They need to grow on their own. And right now, by you continuing to make yourself your number one priority, you're going to make sure that whoever manifests in your life next, whatever lover you meet next, is going to be the one that takes care of your ass, the one that loves you, the one that commits to you, the one that treats you like the goddamn queen or king you are. You're going to make sure you're getting taken care of because you're recognizing that you deserve that shit. And when you realize and tap into your worthiness and you recognize how many great things you deserve, you're going to find a partner that ends up fitting that puzzle piece. You're going to find a partner that treats you the way that you know you deserve to be treated. Because remember, man, like attracts like. If you love yourself, you respect yourself, you know what it is you deserve, you'll go ahead and get that partner. So you have nothing to worry about. So overall, Sagittarius, we've had multiple different messages coming in throughout this reading. I really do apologize if it's confusing, but just to sum up what I've seen so far, whoever this person is you're connecting with, there was something about your past that made this person not want to commit to you. And it seems like maybe there's a little validity to that. Maybe there's a reason in your past that they just didn't feel like they wanted to date you. But ultimately, it felt like a cop-out in the end to me. And the reason why, the true reason I discovered throughout the rest of the reading is that they never feel like who they're with is enough for them. And that is all because the person you're connecting with is not enough for themselves, and they got to fix that within themselves. But over time, the two of you shared, they were romantically interested in you, but they never took action because they kept feeling like they kept feeling like there was something even better out there. And ultimately, what they're doing throughout August is waiting for a new partner to come on in. They're waiting to go meet a new person to form a relationship with, to repeat the same cycle with over and over. Now, on your end here, when this person broke up with you or walked away from you, you were heartbroken because you thought you were on the same page with them. You thought that everything was good, and at the same time, though, you always felt worried and on the fence because their messages and their feelings were always very mixed. They were never clear. So you thought for a while, okay, we're on the same page, things are going good, things are okay, but then they would throw you off and they would make you feel like, all right, are we not going to have a relationship? Are we going to walk away from each other? Are we going to grow? Are we always going to stay in this passionate cycle of where we're kind of just hooking up, but we're not really together? You were getting very confused and mixed signals and mixed feelings from this person. So at certain times, they would show actions to make you feel stable. Other times, they would make you feel super insecure and super unstable. So this person threw out a lot of mixed feelings, okay? And when they did end up walking away from you, it really hurt you. It really broke your heart because you were putting a lot of faith into this connection that this person would take a chance on you. And unfortunately, I didn't see them taking that chance. And I think you started to realize over time, you know what? I got to stop putting my faith into other people and putting all this love into other people if they're not going to appreciate it. If no one's going to appreciate all the love that I'm putting into them, it's time for me to take that love back for myself and appreciate the hell out of myself and continue to love myself. So I really do feel like you're choosing to distance not only from this person, of course, but you're choosing to distance from making others a priority. Moving throughout August, you're making sure that yourself is your priority, that you are taken care of, and that you are feeling good, okay? And I absolutely love that for you. Now, taking a look at where energies are aligning between the two of you. Oh, by the way, remember what I said earlier, Sagittarius? Sorry. Remember what I said earlier? I said that at some point, this person, considering that they're not appreciative, eventually they're going to have to grieve what they've lost. Look at that, 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is all about grieving. Eventually, this person may grieve what they've lost. In regards to where energies are aligning, let's take a look. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout August 2020, where our energies aligning. Okay, we got here the Page of Swords. We had 2 flippers. We have here the Queen of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and then the Fool card. Absolutely. Page of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles. You are cutting off the communication with this person and reinvesting time back into yourself. So this is all about you focusing on you and taking the attention off the individual you are dealing with. 5 of Swords, this is you turning your back on the person that you were connecting with. And the Fool card, this is you recognizing fuck it, it's time for me to have my own new beginning, to live my best life, and to continue focusing on myself. The Fool card is all about letting go of the situation because you're recognizing that it's not worth crying over and it's not worth being upset over at any, it's not worth being upset over it anymore. You're going to recognize that in August. You're like, you know what? This person isn't worth crying over anymore. It's not worth me getting upset over them anymore. It's time for me to just stay in an energy where I'm grounded, make myself my priority, and enjoy my life. You really feel like you have no more tears for this, okay? As for the overall outcome between the two of you, let's take a look here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the overall outcome, please, between Sag and the person they're dealing with? Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. What did I say in the beginning? When an ending occurs, a beautiful new beginning comes. And as this ending occurred between you and this person, beautiful new opportunities are manifesting in your life. Because now, as you've walked away from a connection with somebody who wasn't giving you what it is you deserve, you now have the opportunity to connect with a person who is going to give you what you deserve. So endings and breakups sometimes in life are so essential because once you're clear, once you're freed up from that person who honestly didn't really want to give you what it is you wanted, once you walk away from a person who's not really resonating with your energy, you now have the opportunity to come into alignment with somebody who's really deserving of you. You now have the opportunity to come into alignment with somebody who's really meant for you. So when one door closes, another door opens. So with this Ace of Pentacles, Sagittarius, consider this now an opportunity period for you to fall into alignment with the right type of romantic partner as you flushed away a romantic partner who does not resonate with you. So keep your eyes open. Take a look around. See the opportunities that manifest into your life, especially the romantic opportunities, because they may come up soon, and you may actually find yourself meeting a fantastic person who might be the right person for you. So keep your eyes open, because I am feeling something good coming soon, possibly a way better person stepping in for you. Okay, I like that, Sagittarius. I like that a lot. Nonetheless, my beautiful Sagittarians, I am sorry for the pain you had to go through. Connecting with somebody who gives off mixed signals is the worst thing in the world. And it is always such a, horrible feeling when you put so much work into someone who really kind of brushes it off as if it doesn't matter. It's really hard to connect with an individual like this. But with all that being said, despite the fact that they judged your past or judged this or judged that, remember, Sagittarius, you are you. You are who you are. Be proud of who you are each and every single day. Continue to prioritize yourself each and every single day, and you will find that right person because that right person now has the opportunity to come into alignment with you. As for them, at some point, they're going to find out that they had a lot of good things in their life, and eventually they'll grieve what it is they lost. And until they recognize that, they're going to be in the same cycle with different people doing the same old thing. Falling in love with somebody, catching feelings for somebody, then thinking there's something better, then going off and doing the same thing over and over again. So, with that all being said, Sagittarius, this person walking away was a blessing. You didn't need to be caught up in a cycle like this. You need someone who's going to bear stability, and you'll find that person who bears stability. I promise you that, okay? Nonetheless, man, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, please let me know down in those comments down below. I am so sorry if I confused any of you guys. It is a full moon in Cancer today. Sometimes the messages can kind of get a little bit hard to explain when we have such powerful energies we're working with. But hopefully you guys got messages there that have resonated with you. Of course, if it didn't, better luck next time. But either way, my beautiful Sagittarius, have an awesome and amazing rest of your August, and I will be sure to catch you guys in the mid-months. Much love, everybody, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Peace.